Hi people. I think there's a burning question of whether I would choose to go to law school on hindsight. My straightforward answer is that yes, I would definitely choose law school all over again. Even though there were very, very difficult moments, and there was a period of time, I think in my second year of law school, where I actually was so tempted to quit and so tempted to give up studying because I just felt so miserable and depressed sitting in the library every single day and going through word after word, cases after cases, and just trying to finish off the readings. I was so sick of doing the same thing so many times. Perhaps I wasn't walking really closely with God, and I just felt that everything I was doing was very, very purposeless, pointless and meaningless. I regretted not applying for med school and not even putting med school as one of my options, because there came a point where I was studying in the library. I would always go to this same spot, this cubicle, where I would study for the whole day, and I was just sitting in that corner wondering why I was spending so many hours on this piece of work when I wasn't even saving anybody's lives and I wasn't impacting anybody. At that point in time, I felt that I should have at least given it a shot, and I felt that being a doctor would have been more meaningful, because at least all the effort that you put in, you will see tangible benefits or tangible impact, in the sense that you will really be saving somebody's lives or helping someone get better. But doing law is not, the impact is not so direct. You may not see anybody surviving better because of what you do. You may not see anybody being happier or being impacted in a positive manner because of what you do. So that was the point where that was my mindset, like midway through law school. But at the end of it, generally, if we work heartily for the Lord, everything we do ultimately is for God. So it does not actually matter whether you are a doctor, whether you're directly saving somebody's life, or whether you are impacting society in an indirect manner, in a different manner. And I think why I would still choose law school is because of the match and suitability. The entire law school process actually matches, first, my interest, and second, my disposition. Why it matches my interest is because I do love language, I do love English, I do appreciate good language, good English, good vocab, good grammar. It's like something that I really appreciate. I know not everyone appreciates language. There are people who see language as just a medium for communication and just a way to tell somebody what you mean. Like language to them is just a means to an end, but not an end in itself. But at times I do feel that language can be really pleasant to study and pleasant to master as well. But that's just a personal thing. And I also enjoy logic. I love thinking about how something causes something, or just the logical steps of how something leads to something, and how you can make an argument from A to B to C. It's just this way of thinking, and together with language, it's just captured by the whole study of law and the whole practice of law. You have to master language well. You have to be able to use the language and use English to your advantage to communicate with your clients or with the opposing party what you want them to understand. And when you're drafting an agreement, it's the same thing. You are communicating to the other party what both of you have discussed and negotiated. So it's something that I really feel is up my alley. In terms of disposition, I am someone who likes a reasonable challenge. Of course, don't give me something that I absolutely cannot do, or that I already recognize that is my weakness. Then, in that case, I would not want a challenge in that area, because it's not something I want to do anyway. But in the case where it's something that I don't mind pursuing, I typically like a challenge. I would rather be a small fish in a big pond than a big fish in a small pond. Yeah, that's what law school is. Law school is a challenge. It's sufficiently challenging. It's sufficiently intellectually stimulating. Like, you will rarely have stupid conversations in law lessons. And I think because everyone in law school is pretty fast, I would say. Yeah, some are faster than others. There will still be a slight difference, but generally you do see people giving thought about certain ideas, concepts, and they actually do express their opinions well. And when you are amongst all these people, you do feel challenged to be better at expressing yourself, or be better at thinking quickly on your feet. It's just pushing you to better yourself in this area. But I understand that there are people who prefer to have a relaxed, chill life and prefer to have something that is not as challenging. Honestly, in law school, you will have a lot of emotional breakdowns. I don't think anybody has gone through law school without feeling like stressed. I've come to a point where I actually hyperventilated, and there were even points in time where I would just break down and cry. Yeah, because it's tough, because it's stressful, because your deadlines are all hitting you all at once, especially for me when I do a double degree, and especially when my group members from the other faculty do not cooperate with me, or are just unmotivated to do a good job for the project. Yeah, that's when I come to my breaking points. But yeah, that's one thing. I feel that in law school, most people, I would say 90% of people are motivated to do well. Yes, there's always the 10% who are the exception, but generally speaking, most people are motivated to do well. Most people are motivated to better themselves, to challenge themselves. And I just like this kind of environment where everyone is on the growth mindset and everyone is up for the challenge. It's just really encouraging and conducive for learning if you're the type of person who values personal growth. That overall, law school was a good fit for me in terms of my interest and disposition. So I would advise any of you who wants to go to law school to consider what sort of personality you have, what are your strengths and weaknesses, what are your interests. Don't go to law school for the money. The money is not here. There are people who are earning way more than lawyers, who do not suffer under the hands of scary professors. There are people earning more who do not have to go through a lot of readings. If you're not somebody who likes to read or write, law school is definitely not for you. If you are somebody who is more creative, more hands-on, who likes to learn by doing things, experimenting with things, instead of being desk-bound, law school is not the course for you. If you're not strong in English, or if you generally have trouble forming grammatically correct sentences, I would say law school will be difficult, because the assumption is that English should be like a second nature for you. If you want a super slack uni life, law school is also not for you. If you're going to law school just for your parents, show your parents this video and tell them law school is not for you. Because there is really no point in going through all this suffering, so-called suffering, for the sake of your parents. You must do what you like. If not, you will not last in this profession and you will not last in this career. And you will just simply waste 4 years of your life studying something that you don't enjoy, that you may even give up on in time to come. Do it only if you really like it, and do it if it's something that you can foresee yourself doing for the rest of your life. Don't do it for your parents. But in the ideal world, I think I wouldn't have studied in Singapore. If money was not a limitation for me, I would probably go to the UK and study in London, or apply for Cambridge or Oxford. Yeah, because I see the benefits of working in the UK. Their pay is better, their work-life balance is also better. Hope this sharing of my 2 cents worth helps.